Thank you very much for being here. This is my 353 Archaeology of Warfare presentation on California Indian warfare evidence from prehistorical time until 1849. This paper also includes a cultural conflict survey into traditional ritual conflict resolution methods, contributing to the model of the stable state, introducing the stable state in California. This work relies heavily upon Kroeber's 1925 work, the Handbook of the California Indians, as well as Stephen Power's 1877 work inside the state, the tribes of California, as well as James's 1975 work out of UC Berkeley as well, California Indian Warfare, as well as many other periodicals, archaeology and ethnographical information. This data sample is also foundational to my Part 2 field proposal to conduct field research in Central California. We'll talk more about that as we go through, but go ahead and start the presentation here. This one is just it's a picture of a pomo, Native American, from the area of the research proposal in Mendocino County. As we start here inside the state of California, we don't see large-scale warfare conflict on the ethnographic record, but warfare did occur on a smaller scale. Mostly this was band-to-band and village-to-village type warfare. We covered the temporal data go from prehistory until the 1849 cutoff date, and then as well as the proposal of the stable state model here. Looking at ritual conflict resolution methods, that really contributed to the longevity of the tribal boundaries within this area. This paper also includes a section on the salt wars in the Sacramento Valley, about the naturally occurring salt resources that were there that were used between tribes. And then also, as an added element of this research, is conducted differentiation of tribes in the state of California that are evidenced with warfare here, identification by language family as well. These are acorn granaries in Central California. And then evidence of warfare within this area. Again, no large-scale warfare conflict, but the sinew-backed bow and arrow was used on a very wide scale. It included also a longbow in this open Sacramento Valley. Short spears were also employed here, and effective use of the sling within this region. Clubs are also evidence as well. There was two types of armor used in warfare within this area. The first was a woven willow wood rod armor, as well as a heavy elk hide armor, which was said to be fairly effective in defense against obsidian projectile impact. Again, warfare occurred here on an in-group and out-group scale, small scale with inter-band activity occurring. And then here in the center of the photo, this man from Butte County area, Chico Rancheria in Butte County, California, about 1850s, I believe this photograph would be, has a sinew-backed bow and arrow here in his hand. An example of that. And then most commonly warfare was a result of resource theft, poaching, or trespass. And there was burial evidence of warfare with ritual termination on the archaeological record. The methods of analysis and theoretical approaches that are employed here are the wide survey of the archaeological and ethnographic record compiled into the paper. And then included inside of that is a differential analysis by language family group. That's the photograph here at the top. The area is pointing to the brown area where the Part 2 field work research is to be conducted on the Mendocino National Forest in the Yuki territory. The blue one right next to it is the other conflict identified tribe, the Central Wintun, which we'll talk to about in a minute. And then also identification of the actual tribal ritual conflict resolution methods, and then differentiation between those groups. There was a diverse set that was identified within this research. And then also the warfare instances, the types, the causes were reported, and then the strategies of warfare that were employed, even on a small scale within this area. The broad survey within the paper starts with the entire state and focuses down to the Nomliki and Yuki tribe, which works with the Part 2 field analysis as well for my 350 super final. Also, this bottom photograph is a Yurok white deerskin dance, but it is evidence of welt display, as well as the large obsidian blades that are being wielded by the two men, actually called rock packers in the Yurok tribe. These are evidence of very, very early weapon use, reduction, lithic reduction. And then a summary of the paper would be that this, again, is a sample of ethnographic and archaeological wide survey of evidence that narrows down to the Nomliki and Yuki tribes of the Part 2 field analysis work. There's small in-group and out-group warfare that was evidenced within the research. Variable complex methods of ritual conflict resolutions were identified here. And then again, a small section on the salt wars that were reoccurring in the Central California area for the natural salt that occurred there, and the proposal of the stable state model with this research. And then again, Part 1 supplies the research foundation for the surface survey and the artifact analysis for XRF for sourcing, as well as warfare trade reconstructions, as well as the trace element analysis, the blood analysis that's proposed within this field work as well. And then I selected this photograph as well. It has Nisnan and possibly Wintu soldiers at Sutter's Fort, which is located in downtown Sacramento today, and evidence of California warfare just before our cutoff date of 1849. And my works cited page. Thank you very much for being here. This has been a really great course, a survey in warfare, and then having the flexibility to apply this to anywhere. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here, and I hope everybody has a great Christmas.